Breaking news for millions of Americans. Is it really happening? A $5,000 one-time payment for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries supposedly coming this Monday? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what this alleged bill contains, who qualifies, when payments might actually arrive, and most importantly, whether this is legitimate information you can count on. If you're one of the nearly 70 million Americans who rely on these benefits, you'll want to watch this entire video before making any financial plans based on these rumors. Let's dive straight into what people are claiming about this supposed bill. According to viral social media posts and some questionable news sources, Congress has allegedly passed legislation authorizing a $5,000 emergency payment to all Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, Social Security Disability Insurance, and Veterans Affairs beneficiaries. These sources claim the money will hit bank accounts as soon as this coming Monday. But is there any truth to these bold claims? And why are we only hearing about this now if it's such a major development? I've spent the last 24 hours researching this topic extensively, speaking with policy experts, and monitoring official government channels to get you the real story. What's particularly interesting is how these rumors seem to surface periodically, especially during times of economic uncertainty or approaching elections. Have you noticed this pattern too? The timing of these claims often coincides with moments when many beneficiaries are particularly vulnerable or hopeful for additional support. First, let's examine what an actual relief payment of this magnitude would mean for beneficiaries. For many people living on fixed incomes, $5,000 would represent several months of benefits. This kind of payment would be unprecedented in size and scope compared to previous stimulus efforts. Think about it. During the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the largest individual payments were $1,400, and those went to nearly all Americans, not just benefit recipients. Does it seem plausible that a payment more than 3 times that amount would be approved without major national news coverage? The reality we need to discuss is that as of today, March 2, 2025, there is no legitimate congressional bill that has passed authorizing a $5,000 payment specifically for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries scheduled for this Monday or any upcoming date. I know this isn't what many viewers hoping for financial relief want to hear, but it's important to provide accurate information rather than false hope. Have you been hearing these rumors from friends or family? Or perhaps seeing posts about it on social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube? Now, let's talk about how these rumors typically spread. They often begin with misleading or outright false headlines on social media or certain websites that specialize in clickbait content. These posts frequently use urgent language like breaking news or act now to create a sense of immediacy. They might include official-looking graphics or even manipulated images of government documents to appear legitimate. The posts often encourage rapid sharing, which helps propagate misinformation before fact-checkers can respond. Does this pattern sound familiar to what you've been seeing about this supposed payment? It's worth understanding why these rumors gain so much traction. Approximately 70 million Americans receive some form of Social Security, SSDI, SSI, or VA benefits. Many of these individuals live on fixed incomes that have been severely impacted by inflation and rising costs of living. The prospect of a substantial one-time payment naturally creates hope and excitement. Additionally, the complex nature of government benefit programs makes it difficult for many people to quickly verify such claims. Have you found yourself struggling to determine what's real and what's not when it comes to news about benefit increases? While this specific $5,000 payment claim is not legitimate, it's important to stay informed about actual developments in benefit programs. For example, Social Security beneficiaries did receive a 2.7% cost of living adjustment, COLA, for 2025, which began in January. For the average recipient, this translates to approximately $50 more per month. Additionally, there are ongoing discussions in Congress about potential reforms to strengthen these programs for the future, though none currently include one-time payments of the magnitude being claimed. You might be wondering why someone would create these false stories in the first place. Unfortunately, there are several motivations. Some websites use these sensational headlines purely for generating ad revenue. The more people who click and share, the more money they make. Others might have political motivations, attempting to create confusion or false expectations regarding government programs. Some social media accounts use these stories to build large followings that can later be monetized or repurposed. Have you noticed how many of these posts end up directing you to websites filled with advertisements or requests for your personal information? Now, let's talk about how you can protect yourself from this kind of misinformation in the future. First, always verify benefit information through official government sources. For Social Security, SSI, and Ssdi, this means checking ssa.gov. For VA benefits, va.gov is your authoritative source. Major policy changes like a $5,000 payment would be prominently featured on these official websites, not announced through social media. Second, be skeptical of news that seems too good to be true, especially when it's not being reported by major credible news organizations. Third, be wary of posts that create a sense of urgency or require immediate action without providing verifiable sources. Does that approach to verifying information make sense to you? I understand that many of you watching might feel disappointed or frustrated by this news. The financial challenges facing benefit recipients are very real. Many seniors and disabled Americans are struggling with rising costs for housing, food, healthcare, and other necessities. The average Social Security retirement benefit in 2025 is approximately $1,917 per month, which is insufficient for many to cover their basic needs, especially in high-cost areas. Meanwhile, SSI recipients often receive even less, with maximum federal payments of around $943 per month for individuals. Are you or someone you know facing these kinds of financial challenges despite receiving benefits? While this rumored $5,000 payment isn't real, there are legitimate resources and programs that might help if you're struggling financially. Many benefit recipients qualify for additional assistance programs like SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, Medicare savings programs that help cover healthcare costs, the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHEAP, for utility bills, and housing subsidies. Local community action agencies and senior centers often can help connect you with these resources. Additionally, many pharmaceutical companies offer assistance programs for medications, and some utility companies have special rates for seniors and disabled individuals. Have you explored any of these programs to supplement your benefits? It's also worth noting that advocacy for improved benefits continues. Organizations like AARP, the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare, and various disability rights groups consistently push for policies to strengthen these vital programs. Their efforts focus on securing adequate COLAs, preventing benefit cuts, reducing Medicare costs, and addressing the unique challenges facing various beneficiary groups. If these issues matter to you, considering supporting or getting involved with these advocacy efforts can be a constructive way to channel your concern about benefit adequacy. Looking ahead, what can benefit recipients realistically expect in 2025 and beyond? While the specific $5,000 payment claim is false, there are legitimate policy discussions that could affect benefits. Congress continues to debate various approaches to ensuring the long-term solvency of Social Security. Some proposals include raising the cap on income subject to Social Security taxes, gradually increasing the retirement age, or modifying the formula used to calculate benefits. For VA benefits, there are ongoing efforts to improve processing times for claims and expand services for veterans with specific needs. Are these policy discussions something you try to stay informed about? The Social Security Administration has already announced that the 2026 COLA will be determined based on third-quarter inflation data and announced in October 2025. While it's too early to predict that amount, it will automatically adjust benefits based on changes in the Consumer Price Index. This represents the genuine, predictable way that benefit amounts increase over time, through annual COLA adjustments rather than sporadic large one-time payments. Understanding this regular process can help you make more realistic financial plans rather than counting on rumored windfalls.